Now the last topic in exception handling chapter, but definitely not the least one, is exceptions that can't be caught. So yes, there are some exceptions that you cannot catch even if you just use any try or any catch block or any finally block or anything which I've just taught you. And yes, there are some. Let's learn about them. So there are some special types of built-in exceptions that can't be caught. Those exceptions are associated with crucial situations in the Lightning platform. These situations require the abortion of code execution and don't allow for execution to resume through exception handling. So yeah, what that means is that there are some exceptions which cannot be caught and which cannot be handled and which will ultimately cost the execution of the program, and it will halt the execution of the program no matter what you have implemented already. And now let's have a look at the example of which exceptions are these which doesn't allow us to be handled. Yeah, so it's system.LimitException that the runtime, yeah, okay, let's first read this. One such exception is the limit exception, system.LimitException, that the runtime throws if a governor limit has been exceeded, such as when the maximum number of SQL queries issued has been exceeded. And other examples are exceptions throws when assertion statements fail through system.assert methods or license exceptions. So yeah, let's first understand about limit exception. In this tutorial itself, we'll learn about governor limits, and governor limits are basically the limits that have been implied by Salesforce I'm not getting the word, to stop us from monopolizing the resources which are in a multi-tenant shared environment with all of the other users who are also using it at the same time. So there are some limits, like let's say you can only insert X number of records at a particular time. You can only update Y number of records at a particular time. You can only query these many records at a particular time. So there are some limits that Salesforce has placed in order for us to write the code according to that only. And if any of your code will throw an exception which exceeds the governor limits, it will throw a system.LimitException, and this limit exception can't be caught. It will at the end in the end, this exception will only result in the termination of the program or the abortion of the program from where this limit exception actually occurred. So this is a type of exception that can't be handled. Another such exception is assertion statements. So this is something that we'll be learning in testing, what exactly this assert statement is used for. And if there is some problem related to assert statements, this results into the termination of the program execution. So yeah, that's what it is. Note, when exceptions are uncatchable, catch blocks as well as final blocks, if any, aren't executed. So yeah, if there is an execution that is happening, if there is a program execution that is happening, and if there is an exception which can't be caught, which results into the termination of that particular program itself, forget about the catch block and the finally block. They'll never get executed if the program as a whole is getting terminated. So yeah, that's what it is about exception handling. And now I hope that you understood all of it which I've explained in the exception handling chapter. Thank you.